I had some three different stairways to protect. And man, you guys, this has been a struggle. So because I have wood on the risers and carpet on the treads, I needed to come up with a way to protect the carpet. And the carpet protection, that carpet film, doesn't really work very well. So my deck guy said that you can't even get mahogany deck boards anymore. And that's what we're trying to do, is look for mahogany board, because the house has mahogany all the way around it currently as a deck board. Yeah, so that's why we were looking to eBay.
Yeah.
I don't know. Instead, I mean, because when you put a sample of ePay up next to the mahogany, it's pretty close. I don't know.
Is it?
But no, to answer your questions, I've never seen ePay other than deck boards. Like, I've never seen a 4x4 post or a 6x6 post in that. And I didn't even know why you would. Why would you spend that kind of money?
That was my first. My first question was, does it exist? And my second question is, if it does exist, it cannot be cheap. And why would you? I mean, we're talking about railing posts, talking about newel posts for a deck. Like, you want that at a 6x6 ePay with, this is right in front of me, with ePay treads and 2x ePay treads and risers, 2x12 ePay stringer. So that the whole thing, they want everything out of ePay.
Wow.
I have not seen that. I've only seen deck boards also, and even the deck boards are very expensive. So I couldn't imagine. I also couldn't imagine how heavy that's got to be. Like, a freaking deck board's heavy. Like, can you imagine a 6x6 freaking? What's that going to come in it? I don't know, 10 foot, 8 foot long. My God, you probably need 4 guys to carry that thing.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Why? Other than looks.
But if you're
it's
going to
look amazing.
Cork it, right? Like, friggin' get a typical 4x4 and wrap it in ePay. You know? I just feel like if you do a 6x6, if that's similar to other woods, you're just subject to, like, it's going to start checking and, like, opening up a little bit in spots. And I'm assuming.
You think ePay will?
And I don't know. I don't know. I really don't.
I don't know either.
I have to do some serious research on that.
I thought you don't do decks. What are we talking about decks for?
I don't. This is part of an addition, a remodeling addition, potentially. And they're speccing ePay for a new back deck as tying into the addition. Yeah.
Okay.
I am not entertaining just a deck build, no.
Sounds like a lot of excuses to me. You want to build a deck.
Plus, I'm not doing it.
You want to build a deck.
Who doesn't? Currently 48 degrees and raining. Who doesn't want to build a deck?
48 degrees? You guys, man, their temperature's crazy. Okay.
It was 90 2 days ago.
Other than deck building, what's going on this week?
Not much, man. Not a whole bunch. Like, I've been finalizing a contract I've hopefully getting signed tomorrow. We went back and forth on a few things for kitchen, nice. Laundry room, turning a powder room into a full bathroom, and then just kind of some, odds and ends around the house while we're there. So we've just been back and forth on a couple little design changes and that kind of things. Meeting with them tomorrow morning, so was kind of getting all that, crossing all the T's, dotting all the I's, and hopefully can get that pushed through and get that in the works tomorrow. Apply for a permit and whatnot, and get the ball rolling on that. But
cool. Congrats.
Yeah, thank you. Hopefully.
Congrats. That's good. That's huge.
Yeah. Should be a really, really nice project. Kind of looking forward to that one.
Nice.
Yeah.
Good.
How about you?
Well, today, I guess I have a bit of a headache today. So I wanted to run over and get some of the plumbing capped and out of the framer's way, because he's reframing the shower today. and the shower area, and there's some leftover plumbing still in the wall, and I wanted to get it out of his way, right?
Mm-hmm.
And on a side note, I have no idea why everybody starts so late in the morning, but like my framer doesn't get there till like 9:30 in the morning. And I asked him why he doesn't start earlier. And he's just like, oh, well, I just, I don't use an alarm, and I get up, and whenever I get to the job site, I get to the job site. I'm like, cool, great. That's awesome. So I have the plumber coming tomorrow, and the plumber, I was like, so what time you guys gonna show up? And he's like, yeah, I'll probably stroll around 9 o'clock. And I'm just like, what is with everybody starting at 9 o'clock? Like, geez.
Yeah.
Anyways, that's side note.
That's a late
tangent.
start.
Okay, so my headache. So I get to the job site 7:45, and I want to get all the plumbing out of the wall, right? So I have to shut the water down to the house, cut the pipes off. Everything's going smoothly. And I use shark bites or similar. I know the Orange Box store doesn't sell that particular brand. They sell a different brand. So I have a few of those. And then the Blue Box store sells the shark bites. So I have some of those. Anyway, I cap usually with those shark bite caps just quickly. It's not permanent, and it's just to get me through demo and stuff until plumber gets there and then moves everything around, right? And so I take the water down, cut everything out of the way, cap with 2 shark bites, run 3 stories all the way down, out the house, down into the crawl space, start slowly bleeding the water back on, right? Come upstairs, get upstairs, and I see one of the shark bites is not holding. It's like starting to spit out, right? And I'm like, shit. Because that's just going to start getting more and more and more and more and more, right? Because it's spitting out air, and it's like going to be a bunch of water. So I run downstairs. Yeah, I'm by myself. The key lesson here, boys and girls, is probably not to do this point by yourself. I probably should have waited until like the framer got there and just like, you yell at me if it starts to leak kind of thing, right? So no, I'm running down the stairs, and so
pretty good run by yourself.
I know, because you're in a hurry, and I got to go down flights of stairs and outside and down into the crawl space and all the way over to the shutoff, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I start running down the stairs, and it's a circle, like really narrow, a hallway kind of stairway. And I'm running down, and I can't tell you how many times I've told everybody, when you're walking down these stairs, there's a point where we have a very low head height. It's like not code. This is an 1897 house. It's this really short, so you have to duck as you come onto the main floor.
Mm-hmm.
But of course, you're in a hurry because you have water leaking. So I run down there, and of course, bam, hit my head right on it, right on right across the top of the doorway. Hit my head. Yeah, got me pretty good. I started to see some stars. And anyways, I'm hurting. I did, however, get the water shut off. No big issues, problems, but just so you know, I could not get the one that started to leak. I couldn't get it off, and I have the tool and everything. So I'm wondering if I put it on wrong, right? Just put it on like at an angle or whatever. It was kind of tough getting it on, so I must have monkeyed it up again. So anyways, I had plenty of pipe, so I just cut the pipe off and capped it with another one. And I said, like, I'll deal with getting that one off later. So I capped it with another shark bite. Same exact thing happened, except I didn't hit my head this time running down the stairs. But I had another leak. And this time I was like, I cleaned up the burrs. I made sure we were all good, like normal, slid on. Shark bite leaked.
No kidding.
I never had them leak before. So shut it all down. This one popped right off. I was able to use the tool and get it off. Cleaned it up again. And then I took the off-brand one that you buy at the Orange Box store. So I used a different brand. threw that one on. No leaks, no problems. So I'm a
the
little
shark bite itself
skeptical
is the
and
culprit.
scared. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Understandable. That's crazy.
Yeah. So
well,
that's
first
what
off,
I
it's a good
dealt
thing
with
you
this
didn't knock
morning.
yourself out when you hit your head, because that would be pretty crazy for the homeowner to come home.
I know,
and
right?
You're passed out on their stairs and there's water leaking all over the place.
I know.
That's a sight.
Yeah. I was a little concerned because I had left. I had a networking event I went to, and as I was going there, I'm like, oh my neck hurts, my head hurts. So anyway, that was my day. Sorry, morning.
Right.
Anyway.
Yeah, that's a morning. That's a morning.
Yeah. Anyways, all right. So here we go again. Another week at the Renovation Situation podcast, where we pull back these layers of this complex remodeling industry. So grab your beverage of choice and let's get to it. Toddster, he's over there in the Midwest. What are we talking about today?
We are talking about
protection.
Yes. Protection.
That's the word you're looking for.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
Protection.
Yeah. Are you still doing that hooked on phonics? Is that helping you out? I see.
You may want to start, since I didn't even know what we were going to talk about. So yeah, you may want to go ahead and kick this off here. I am very on par with the weather, by the way. So I'm a little just kind of today.
You're on par with the weather?
Yeah, it's been raining for 2 days straight, dude. It's like 48 degrees and just, it's been gross the last 2 days. We got teased with a couple of nice, like, sunny days in the 80s, and then all of a sudden it just drops again. So I got my Earl Grey tea and my...
That's ugly. You got Earl Grey tea? Okay. I'm not sponsored, by the way. I tried these Peak cocktails that you see all over social media. My wife and I really like them, actually. They're non-alcoholic cocktails.
Mocktails.
Yeah. This one's passion fruit margarita. So Peak, if you're out there and you want to sponsor us, shoot us out.
Yeah.
Anyways. So
shameless.
Protection, guys. We did a previous podcast about protection and how important it is and why. And we showed a bunch of examples of websites and stuff and different things that we use. But what we didn't do is show you real life situations. So I have some videos. I don't know how great they are, but let's check them out. And Todd could tell everybody how bad I do at it. But let's see. This is setting up. The setup here is give you guys some context. This is the job that I'm working at right now, and we're setting up some protection. I didn't get all videos of the things that I wanted to, but there will be some, and hopefully you guys will be able to see some of the things that we do for protection, and we'll try to point them out as we go through the videos. So let's see if I can find the videos
pay
first.
Attention.
Who?
Said all you teenagers out there, pay attention.
Teenagers? Yeah.
Talking about protection.
Right. I don't think any teenagers are watching us. Bunch of 40-year-old bald guys talking about stuff that they could care less about, right? Okay, so let's get the first one going and we'll see where it takes us. I just want to make sure that, the audio is off just in case you hear something you shouldn't hear. All right, should be good. And let's share a screen. Okay, up and running.
I know that guy.
Yeah, look, I look like what's going on? All right.
You just hit your head on the stairs. Is this before or after you hit your head on the stair?
Yeah. All right, so we're on the top, not the tippy top floor. So I guess this is the second floor. And if you see behind me, those are fir floors. And they're really old. Original to the house, actually, I believe, because I've been ripping up other places and I've been finding this fir floor under all kinds of stuff all over the place. So it's really soft and we're trying to do our best to not ding it up. So what you see here is just, so we put down some ram board and we're taping the seams.
Ram
If you
board,
notice
some
the
ram
yellow
tape.
tape, yeah, using ram tape because I have to be honest, like it was worth buying. It just sticks and holds so much better. Like
Okay.
I never did. I always just used like blue tape, blue painter's tape, or even the white masking tape.
Yeah.
Works really well actually. But I mean, shoot, come on. Like I'm not messing around. This stuff just works. So just be
Yeah.
done with it.
Yeah. If you're gonna be there for a while, yeah. Otherwise, you're using blue painter's tape. You're gonna end up replacing that 5 times throughout the project. You know.
Yeah. And a couple things you might see, like the yellow tape on the wall there is just temporarily holding this up. We're actually doing some testing to see what tapes will work and what won't work on the walls. The yellow tape that you see is actual frog delicate tape. We're testing the delicate tape out. Previous project they owners had done, the painter used blue painter's tape and it had pulled the finish off the walls and also off of the casing and all the trim. So we've been having some concern about what tapes we were going to use. Let's see. Also, what's really nice that I want to kind of point out is that we go up and over the baseboards. So we're protecting the baseboards as well.
Yeah. Did you find that tape to hold that ram board pretty well to the wall? Or no?
No, the delicate tape did not work. It held for maybe about 10 hours and then it just would start to release off the wall. The problem was the ram board had a little too much kind of pull, you know, because it was in the roll, so it has that memory. It wants to kind of roll up on you. Yeah. Also, pro tip on the ram board is if you are buying it in rolls, and I say if because you can buy ram board in a sheet, so it's flat. But I buy it in the roll, and the tip is to cut the length you need and then flip it upside down. And that way you don't have a concave situation happening where the sides want to roll in on you. If you flip it upside down, then it's convex and it wants to just kind of lay flat, or it wants to push down, which in most situations is helpful.
Yeah.
And here you'll see, here obviously we didn't do that, and that was because I didn't get there fast enough to tell my helper to flip it, but that's okay. Or he made an executive decision and it wasn't going to work out. I don't remember what, but he's smart enough and well adverse enough to know what he's doing, so I'm not going to second guess him on why we I just don't remember why we decided to do it that way. But sometimes it's best to flip it upside down.
Okay, fair enough.
I don't know. Let's see. So let's see what the next video is. I don't even know. Let's just go for it. All right, here we go. So this one is just looks like it's just going to be an example of me cutting some masonite boards.
Track saw cut.
Yeah. This is just like quick. We set up something real quick in the backyard just so we can start cutting some masonite boards. Now this masonite board is real dense and thick. It's the 1/8 inch thick, not the 1/4 inch. And we're going to lay that on top of what you just saw me put down is the ram board. So yeah. That's what we're doing there is just cutting a bunch of ram board. We used over, I think it was 20 sheets of masonite on this project just to go on top of
Do you ever use the clamps when you use that track saw?
No, I haven't used the clamps once.
Really? That thing just
stays. Yeah. That track saw, I wish I had bought it earlier, man. I probably should have been the very first thing I ever bought. That track thing is awesome. I can't say more about it, man. It's my favorite tool. Okay, so moving on. I don't know what this video is going to show us.
On some masonite.
Looks like I'm
baby
just
pictures.
Yeah,
On some
I'm
masonite.
carrying up some masonite. So just what I told you. We're just laying these boards down in the hallway.
Mm-hmm.
Right on. Oh, yeah. So you could see how we put towards the end of that video you saw where we'll have some masonite already down on the top of the ram board.
And what are you doing with the masonite? You taping the seams on this too?
Yeah.
Blue tape on the seams looks like?
Yep. Yeah, I just blue tape.
Yeah.
It's holding up really well. There's not going to be a lot of foot traffic down this hallway. We're actually not allowed to walk down this hallway, but we still protected it because I know eventually at some point somebody's going to be walking down this hallway. Not allowed to walk down this hallway mainly because all of these rooms are bedrooms and they're still living through this remodel in those bedrooms. So we're trying to stay away from them as much as we can. But let's see what this video is. Man, so I had like
lovely carpet.
Yeah, I had some 3 different stairways to protect. And man, you guys, this has been a struggle. So because I have wood on the risers and carpet on the treads, I needed to come up with a way to protect the carpet. And the carpet protection, that carpet film, doesn't really work very well on the carpet. Like, I don't know what's up with this carpet in this house. I don't know if there's just a ton of, like, I don't know, something dirt on. I don't know. I vacuumed it up really well. That didn't work. I never had that film not stick so well. So
did you try the film anywhere else? Maybe the film's faulty.
No, I used the film elsewhere on a previous project because this is part of a roll and it worked just fine.
Yeah. Okay.
So there's nothing wrong with the film.
Okay. Just some.
But anyways, what you saw in this video, and I'll play it again here in a minute, but I want to just to kind of explain what's going on, is this particular stairwell, we had carpet on the treads and wood on the risers, and I wanted to protect the risers, but I also needed to have something that the protected film would stick to. So what I decided to do was, well, I can't use the plastic. I didn't want to use that plastic film and stick it to the risers because that's wood. It would stick really well to the flat wood risers. But what happens in 6 months when I go to pull that off? I might pull a finish off of the wood risers. Do you agree?
Most likely. Yep.
Yeah.
Most
so
likely.
I thought I need to protect those. And I need to protect it with something that's smooth and flat that the sticky film will stick to. So I thought of ram board. Or not ram board, but the masonite. I'll cut a bunch of little masonite strips and I'll fit them nice and snug. And man, you guys, this worked out great. I was able to protect the risers. And then the film worked out really well because the film then, even though it didn't stick really well to the carpet, it stuck really well to the risers. So that worked out really good because then I was able to use the film all the way down. So basically this is a long-winded way of just showing you how I protected the risers.
Mm-hmm.
And I cut it a little larger and I really pushed it down into the carpet and made it nice and snug. So it's just a friction fit. Some of them were in there pretty good. So it's going to be a pain in the butt getting them out.
Yeah, I was going to say, you might not be able to get some of those out in a couple months.
I know. But that's an idea to protect your risers if you have carpeted treads. What do you think? Yeah.
So you just essentially were sticking the carpet cover from masonite riser to masonite riser? Is that how that ended up working? Because it didn't want to stick to the carpet very well?
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
Like, yeah. And
nice.
It's holding up really well, even though it's not sticking to the carpet very well, but it's
Yeah.
The plastic's
just
still
covering it.
there. Yeah, it's covering it.
Okay.
And the
nice.
risers are keeping it all in place.
I wonder what's on that carpet. Some crazy Scotch Guard stuff or something.
Yeah, I'm thinking
I've
like
never
years
seen that
and
stuff
years
not
of
stick
Scotch
either.
Guard or something. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I cannot imagine that it's, I don't even think they had carpet back then. So it can't be like super old. I don't know. Whatever. It doesn't stick. So whatever's going on, it does not stick.
Problem solved. Troubleshot.
Okay, let's see what's going on with this one, with this video. So this video is, so your railings. I bought this really cool stuff. It's like a moving blanket, but it's perfectly sized for the top of the railing. And I think this is just showing you how I put it on. I usually wrap it around a baluster so it stays in place. That way it doesn't slide up and down.
Okay.
Yeah, that's all I'm showing. Yeah.
Nice.
So I really like it. It works really well. The best thing is it's reusable, and I get to reuse it again and again and again. And so we have a bunch of them. Yeah. And put them everywhere. They're also pretty convenient because you don't have to just use them for railings. You could use them for like a newel post. You could use them for all kinds of things that you can think of.
Sure. Yeah.
Let me give you an idea. In a previous video, a podcast, I know we shared this, but I'll share it again, is we just bought this at Amazon. So quick and easy. There you go. U.S. cargo control quilted banister thing. So
quick
I like
and
it.
Easy.
I like it a lot. Yeah. Yeah. What do you think? So unfortunately I don't have any other, well, let's see what we got here. I know I don't have any videos of the finished product, and that's unfortunate because I would love to walk you through the house of all the protection that we did. But those are just some of the highlights that we did. Oh, I have another one. Let's check out this one. This is fun. This is another Amazon find. So same concept with the railing, but now we're going to protect the jamb of the doorways. So these things have this built-in like metal bracket inside of them, like a spring almost.
Oh, just kind of clamps.
It just clamps around, and that's it. It's so quick, so easy. My demo crew saw these and they fell in love with them, and they asked me where to get them, and they actually bought a bunch of them while they were there, like online. Yeah, right. No, not sponsored. No, I know. What the heck, right?
Yeah.
So again, Amazon, I'm sure we shared this before, but I'll share it again here. It's an Amazon find, and it's called another U.S. cargo control quilted door jamb protector. Again, really cool because you don't only have to use them for a door jamb. Again, you could wrap it around a newel post or anything you want that you need to protect. Those things actually open up pretty good, so you can wrap around anything. And you don't have to worry about scratching anything up either because the metal is all encased inside, so it's all really well protected. So, yeah. I don't know.
I like it.
What do you think? Yeah, she's happy with everything that's protected and how we've protected everything so far. So we're doing pretty good. Yeah. So that's some examples of how we've been protecting some of the things and some of the things that we're using. Hopefully those are helpful. Right?
Right.
What do you say? 1897. Yeah.
It's worth it.
Yep. Well, I hope that helped out. It was a quick one, and cheers.